Hey everybody, it's me. Welcome back to When They Cry. There's audio problems in the last two episodes. Hopefully there won't be audio problems this time. But there probably will be, because I am not professional. I'm a garbage person. I'm a garbage human being. Who needs to find... I just bought a Vita. I just want to talk about this real quick. I bought another Vita so I could do the Henaku hack, and I can't find my fucking memory cards. I had a whole bag of them. And Vita memory cards are expensive as tits. But I digress. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly. Later, Rada and Keichan. See you tomorrow. Thanks for today, Mion. I had a great time and a fucking wonderful time. See you tomorrow. Sadako and Rika went home as well. We parted ways with Mion and ended up just Rada and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home. Thanks for coming today, Kenchi-kun. Was it fun? Yeah, lots of fun. Almost feels like a waste to go home now. Ah, then well, would you mind taking a detour maybe? A detour? Is it far? It's a bit of a walk, but it won't take long. Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Not feeling like teasing Reyna, I quietly nodded. Oh, there's a babbling brook. Oh, going back to the whole Vita thing. There's a PS Vita port of this game that has actual voice acting and better backgrounds and whatever. And if you have the Steam version, there's a mod for it. Well, there's a translation thing where it takes the Steam files and you can move them onto your Vita, and it gives you the fucking PS Vita quality graphics and everything, but only for the first 4 chapters. Traversing a small path and up a hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. Oh, shit's about to hit the fan here in a minute. A large heap of garbage spread out off towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. It's been quite a while. I wonder what's here. When you say it's been a while, you mean the business you had here was the garbage pile? It's not garbage. To me, it's a pile of treasure. And broken needles and condoms. Raina had entered the well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant there was something cute here? Whoa, a new pile. I can't wait. Like my voice acting, I'm giving it all I got. Except I'm not. She bounded up the unstable slope. I expect no less from a goyle. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl. Hey, wait, I'm coming. Wahahaha. My city-raised self was I don't know how to read. My city-raised self was completely pitiful. It's alright, just stay right there, Kenchi. It won't take long. Raina kindly declined my accompaniment. Don't fall. Watch your step. I'm fine. It's nothing at all. I'm just gonna change voices randomly. Literally bounding up the heap of trash, Raina disappeared over the other side. I don't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I ended up waiting. Without the lively Raina around, the surrounding area quickly fell into silence. The cry of the Higurashi, "That's a cicada!" cooled the air. It cooled. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, a sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to someone's presence. Startled as I turned around. It's Buff Boy. What's his name? It starts with a J. It's like Jojo. It's Jojo. It's Dio. Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied at me through his camera. His body was tan and fit, but something about him seemed unreliable, and he had a bit of aloof air about him. Well, it didn't seem like it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case. Whoa! You surprised me. Although startled, I turned. He overplayed his reaction. That was my line. I'm the one who's surprised here. My bad. I didn't mean to startle you. Are you from Hinizawa? I can for the life of me. Hinamizawa? Yeah, whatever. I gathered that he wasn't from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious outlook, he introduced himself without my prompting. It's J something. No, there's different guys. I lied. It's Tamake. It's Tamate. It's Tom. It's Tamataki. Freelance photographer. I come here from time to time. I didn't ask you who you were. Quite rude to photograph someone without their consent, wouldn't you think? My bad. I mainly photograph wild birds. They can't refuse, you see. So what you're saying is, I'm the same as the birds? Oh, what button did I hit? Oh, that's cool. 4 brings up a little tech chat log. Now, you see the image of a young man in the twilight was Episcopalian, picturesque. I apologize for trying to take your picture without asking. Adults are pretty slick. All the annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy and trying to get cozy with me, but except it didn't seem like Reina would be back soon. But this older guy, Tamate, I can't. Enjoy me stuttering for 4 hours straight. He didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Kenshi, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm finished now. Reina popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand. You have someone with you? What would she be doing over there? That's what I want to know. Dunno. Maybe she's checking on the dismembered corpse that was here long ago. Tamataki said. Tamataki. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, Tamataki said, shaken up for a moment. Uh-oh, I responded like I would if I was talking with Reina and the others. And here it is. It's quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. Told you, there's a shit hitting the fan. It's all down here from hill. It's all downhill from here, yes. Hehehe, Kenshi, sorry to keep you waiting. Did this guy alert you to the plot already yet? You were waiting here a while, I guess. I best leave you two lovebirds alone. Again, apologies for startling you, Kenshi-kun. And then he fades out like he wasn't there. Tom chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the silent twilight. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit. Kenshi, are you angry? Why, I wonder? It wasn't Reina's fault, so I just decided to brush it off. The photographer... because that's not his real name. His real name is told later. It starts with a J. How was it? Find a treasure trove? Oh, yes. So listen, you see, there was a Colonel Sanders doll. A Colonel Sanders doll? Oh, that's right. Those statues where they have out in front of that fried chicken place. The life-size dummy? Yes, Colonel Sanders. I want to take him home. Don't we all want to take the Colonel home with us? I couldn't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but well, it seems to avoid. It's garbage, right? No one would mind if you just take it home, right? It's become the base of another pile. I can't dig it out easily. There's no lampposts over there, so it'll get dark pretty soon. Reina seemed quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back. I'll help you out to repay you for that delicious picadick you prepared today. How? Thank you. Birds heading home to roost proclaim that nightfall would soon be upon us. Kenshi-kun is going to help. I could take Colonel Sanders home. Hooray! Reina staggered along as if intoxicated in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state. Hey Reina, long ago, did something happen here? Seems like they were building a dam here. I don't know the details though. How? Just wondering if you knew about, an accident or something. No, I don't know. Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Raina quickly lightened her expression. Actually, I didn't live here until a year ago. Huh? You transferred here too? I was sure that. You see, I don't really know too much from before then. Sorry. Don't really know. Don't want to talk about it. That was the kind of feeling she gave me. Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. That wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It's quite the disturbing incident, it seems. They haven't been able to find one of the arms. It was just like, Tamataki-san said, that I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. Oh boy, that's the end of a chapter. There's a scene transition. Yeah, no, it gets fucked H. You've received new tips. The Mabra Mansion. The Damn Site Murder / Dismemberment newspaper. Let's view the new ones. I got a couple old ones I didn't look at. Well, I mean, I've looked at them before because I played. But let's see. Let's look at this. Because this is crucial to the story. From the June XX 1979 edition. The Shishibone City, Okinami Police, June Xth, late at night. Suspects XXXX, XXX, XXXX, XXXXX, XXX, and X were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender, XXXX, has been added to the wanted list nationwide. According to our sources, the six suspects were at the Himizama Dam construction site workroom at the Exieth at 9 p.m., where they were suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer, XXXX, as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. On the Exieth at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed at the Shishibone hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered XXXXX. There's one too many X's. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the murder and to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested on the afternoon for suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is at large. Still at large. We find out what happens to him later on, probably in like the 4th or 5th chapter. Police are currently on his trail. The motivation is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimony, investigation is ongoing. The Mabra Manor. The Mabira. So, Ketchin, you're not stinking rich? What's this all of a sudden? Did I come to school in a limo before? How much do you get for a monthly allowance? About $10. That's a rather plebeian amount. Fuck you, your parents are dead, Sadako. His lunch is made of normal stuff. He isn't rich. I may have spoiled a little. What are they talking about? To ask out of nowhere how much I get and then told that it's a plebeian amount. Sorry. Reina seemed to pick up my dubious expression and started giggling. Ketchin, your house, it's pretty big, ye? So the architecture has people all around the house calling it the Mabra Manor. It sort of stands out. Mabra Manor? Since the house is so big, everybody is gossiping, wondering exactly how rich you are. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it's huge. I see how it could cause some misunderstanding. For my deduction, I wager they spent too much money on the house, and that's why they're all now broke. Being broke, how very unfortunate. Richin took pity on me. She patted my head. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar. Yeah, sorry for ruining your imagination, but we aren't millionaires or poor. We're the image of normal, average household. You can't call it normal with that huge house, you Piccadilly. The entrance is all grand and the gate is large enough for a large truck to go through. Very discreet, large enough for a large, come on. It's not normal at all. They do say the bigger your house, the more preposterous you are. They say the bigger your house, the bigger your pee-pee. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it. There are a bunch of different workshops, and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For that reason, the family actually only uses a third of the house for day-to-day living. He planned it out so people and cars could come in to see his gallery. The gallery he opens in the house someday. By the way, the entrance me I was talking about was the one for the studio and is normally sealed off. The entrance that my bra family uses is actually very plain and simple. The interior is much different from how it looks on the outside. I really like to have a chance to explore Kitchen's house, claiming not to be rich but having a home like that. What could be hidden in there? Coke, a lot of coke. Maybe there's something cute. There's probably no money to purchase furniture, so it's filled with Spartan rooms. If there are carpeted rooms, I'd love to try rolling around on the floor. That'd be great, so great. I want to roll around too. Seems like their imaginations were just piling on. Well, something in the near future. It wouldn't be too bad to invite them all over to my house. Dad's a sucker for ladies, so you might even let them look around his studio. The cry of Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. Summer. Smells good. Oh, these are... I don't know, these ones... Fuck it. I'll show you these ones. These are just little bit of prequel info. Before I move on to the next chapter, I'll just spatter you with this. So, Reina, we're the same age? Yes, that's right. We're the same zodiac animal, too. Hey, now, it would be weird if we were the same age, but not the same zodiac. That's not true. If your birthday isn't the same, then you can have different animals even if you're the same age. Her? Oh, I see. Mion, you're pretty smart. Ha 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 ho. What month were you born, by the way, K-Chain? Oh, Kenchi-kun. July. Reina smiled. Reina smirked and puffed up with pride. Hey now, what's the meaning of this? She's not planning to be all high and mighty if her birthday is a wee bit sooner than mine, is she? Heh, don't even. It's impossible to challenge me by birthday. I wouldn't even mind if you would bet $1 per month. Her? Why? Reina panicked as I suddenly being challenged to a wager. Given how panicked she was, I'm certain that she doesn't have much allowance left this month. It's just sending her into a panic about something as simple as a birthday is so fun. I can't help myself. So that means you were born in April, Kenchi. Or K-chan. Right on. Too bad, Reina. I'm already far older than Reina. Oh, I see. Then you're the same age as me. Well, it's just a few months. The gap will open up again soon enough. Mion snickered through her nose. Hey now, that's not something to get all high and mighty about. As if I'm going to talk. Now that you mention it, you're in a higher grade, right, Mion? If you're an underclassman, If you're into underclassmen, then I can be an underclassman from now on. Michan, you're not making any sense to me. Just by seeing Reina's blush face, you could tell she knew exactly what she meant, though. Then Sadako and Rika are fucking underclassmen. Their grade is so different, they should be in a different school, shouldn't they? Keichin, your tastes are a bit too young, I think. You're not making any sense yourself, Reina. I'll just grab onto her head and fucking titty ringos. I'll just grab onto her head and scruff it up a bit. Oh, stop. You stop. You stop that shit. I was wondering about it before, yeah. Why does the school have different school years all mixed up? There aren't enough classrooms. Can't help it. This building is being rented from the forestry services after all. When she says it like that, it makes sense. I've thought her school was strange for a while now. The schoolyard is gravel, the rooms aren't for classes, and there's some sort of construction machinery parked here. Why is it being borrowed? What happened to the real school? The one that was here was forever from before the war. It got dilapidated. They closed it down. It's probably a grand old schoolhouse. But because of that, the students have to attend school in the city. It's pretty far, you know? Which school would that be? Do you know the school if you pass by the Okinomi train station, turn to the hospital, and then head towards the pediatrics department? You know that fucking place? That's probably super far. I couldn't tell where that was by the location, but I understand it was far from Reina's reaction. Well, that's why. The guys that didn't want to commute to Okinomi rented out the building from the forestry service and attending this pseudo schoolhouse here. About half the children in Hizama go here. There are quite a lot of kids that come here on bike. But since they're attending it really messed up school, it might be pretty hard for them to get into higher education. That's not true. If you study properly, you can go anywhere you want. Yeah, that's right. I totally agree with Reina on that one. Yes, that's right. That's right. Let's try our best and do whatever. All of you, try your best. This old man will be rooting for you. Not just us, you too. You should be preparing for the exam, shouldn't you? Your future is bleak with grades like this. Japan's weird. You have to apply to get into middle schools and high schools. There are 2 middle schools around here and 1 fucking high school. Education is different. What do you mean by work forever? What do you mean? Ew. Okay. Hey, you're too loud. Be quiet. During self-study, the teacher yelled at all 3 of us. It was completely our fault. Sadako saw it and chortled. I stuck my tongue out her in response. Just as Mion said, the school has nothing to do with higher education, but it makes that up by having lots of valuable things other schools don't, like a gun. And this. Last one. It's only June, but it's already so hot I could hear the Higurashi outside chirping. And at night there were mosquitoes. It might as well be summer already. My only salvation in the mornings were still cool. Summer, I do declare. What are you, a fucking colonel? Sadako was flapping her skirt languidly. It's pretty unladylike there. Even if she's a little brat, she was still a girl. Kenshi doesn't seem cool with a single button-up. Quite cool with a single button-up shirt. I'm so jealous. From how I see it, the skirt you're wearing looks like it'll be much cooler. A girl like you wouldn't understand wearing jeans during the season how steamy the crotch gets. Gets steamy? Really. This girl has gone imagining something indecent. Reina's summer clothes have a nice refreshing color. I feel cooler looking at them. Alright, listen to this. That's my neck popping. I don't think it picked up. Thank you. Thank you. You fucking Resident Evil merchant. They really do feel pretty cool. I do wish my summer clothes were as breezy as Reina's. But Sadako, your summer clothes are so cute, being a one-piece and all. I'd like to wear your summer clothes. For a second, my brain read that. I'd like to wear you as summer clothes. That's so disturbing. It was actually quite stuffy, you know. I do believe that what you're wearing would feel much cooler. But it wouldn't be as much fun with cute clothes. It would be much more fun. I had a feeling that Reina and Sadako's base values were fundamentally different. Speaking of which, our school doesn't have a uniform. Yeah, it doesn't. As long as they're proper, the regular clothes are fine. There are quite a few students in regular clothes. There were a few wearing uniforms, but they are all the same design and rather plain. What's that uniform they're all wearing? They're all the same. The city school uniform. It's not like there's a rule, but they all wear them. Speaking of which, everybody in our group is wearing a different uniform, aren't we? Did you go out of your way to get them from somewhere? Why, yes. Mion supplied them. Like the drugs. I don't know if I want to say this because it's kind of it might spoiler, but Mion's family is not exactly on the up and up. If you catch my drift. Michan's relatives run a secondhand clothing store. They get school clothes from all over the country for cheap, they said. So you ask their relatives to get a bunch of unique school uniforms, then Mion said she probably loves using her friends as dress-up dolls. That must be a strange secondhand clothing store. I get it, it's a secondhand clothing store, but stocking clothes from schools all over the country. It's pretty strange for a second. Why does he keep saying fucking secondhand clothing store? What's the point in stocking up clothes from faraway schools that know nothing about? Yeah, I think it's so too. They also have used school swimsuits and PE uniforms. I don't like the idea of having used ones. Doesn't sound like a shop that makes much money. They probably have Mion pitch in and help so they can make a bit more. But Mion says it'll be a big hit and become a great store with such conviction. A second-hand clothing store? That's like the 7th fucking time. Let's look at the log here. Let's look at 1, 2, fucking 3, fucking like 6. I don't know. It says like 6 times. Oh. There might be a break there because I accidentally stopped recording. I don't get it. There's gonna be a weird fucking break because I closed out by accident. Alright, well, this is the end of this episode. I'm gonna call it here. See you guys next time. You Chuck Berry fuckers.